What's going on, guys? It's Nick here, back with another video, back with another mock draft. The 12 days of mock drafts, going from the 12 spot today, I'm going to change it. Let's do a full PPR league this time. We always do half, never do standard. Let's do a full PPR league this time. Typical roster setup. So 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex spot, 1 quarterback, 1 tight end, 6 bench, no kicker. Don't play in leagues with kickers. Composite, I just use an average of all the sites when doing this, plus the expert rankings. Let's do it. 12 spot. So 12 spot PPR, automatically what comes to my mind is we can implement RB0 if we'd like to. We don't have to if there's value at the running back position, but it's not a bad idea to target wide receivers since they're a little bit more valuable. Let's see what happens. So Barkley, CMC, Kamara, Zeke, Hopkins, DJ, Adams, Julio, Bell, Odell, and Connor. Go 1 through 11. Our options, and we get 2 because we're the 12-13 pick. So we've got Michael Thomas, Juju, Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans. The remaining 4 of the wide receiver ones, or the 1 tier of wide receiver. At running back, our options are Nick Chubb, Dalvin Cook. Probably it. It's probably all you consider at this spot. So James Conner goes right before me. I would have considered going James Conner. I believe I have him ranked 6th, ahead of right behind the big 5. It's either him or Cook, but I'm pretty sure I have James Conner ahead of him. Since he got taken, I would consider Travis Kelce, but you guys know how much I love Howard and Ingram and Henry, so I want to target those guys instead. I think I'm going to start off RB0. So I am going to take Michael Thomas. Dude's a stud. And then next pick, do we take Tyreek Hill or Juju? I was going to say we'll take Juju just because it feels just like such a safe start. I mean, every week having Juju and Michael Thomas, I mean, you're getting what, like 28 targets a game out of those two. I mean, you're not going to have bad weeks. But that being said, we're shooting for upside also with RB0. So having Tyreek Hill with Michael Thomas could easily finish 1-2, but Juju could finish 1-2 as well. Interesting. Who do we expect to get the next pick? Maybe that'll influence our decision. So we're going to be up at, it's going to be like 2 rounds. We might still be able to get some decent running backs. At wide receiver, we're probably going to be nearing like Godwin, Golladay, Lockett, that kind of area. And I feel kind of safe with those guys. Let's take the upside of Tyreek Hill. Let's do that. I don't have a problem if you want to go with Juju at that spot, because again, you're just locking in such an incredible floor every week doing that, because Tyreek Hill is a little bit more up and down, but there are going to be weeks where Michael Thomas goes for like 10 for 102, and then Tyreek Hill goes for, his 150 and 3 touchdowns. Like, there's going to be a week where that happens. Go either way. I don't really care which one you do there. Let's look at the list. So we've got 2 picks again. We're in our late 3rd, early 4th round range. Running back options. Beautiful. We've got Josh Jacobs, Chris Carson, David Montgomery. All we're considering really at this pick. At wide receiver, we've got Cooks, Woods, Godwin, Golladay, Lockett. No one that I just mentioned will be available at our next pick. So we're taking the 2 that we want. What are we going to get for 5th and 6th? We're going to get late 5th, early 6th round. So hopefully, I think one of those tight ends will still be there. We're not like considering one of them right now. I'm just thinking ahead, basically. I think one of those 3 tight ends will still be there, and we'll definitely want to grab one of them. So we do kind of want to take a running back here, at least one, especially with this next range of wide receiver. I do have like Cooks, Woods, Godwin, Golladay, Lockett. That's a nice little grouping where they are ahead of the rest of them, but they're not a ton ahead of everyone else. So I don't need to take a wide receiver. I could actually take 2 running backs. And since I have Jacobs, Carson, and Montgomery, I wouldn't say crazy amount ahead of the rest of these guys, but like in a small tier above, I would like to take 2 of them. So my rankings, I know Carson is first, and then Montgomery and Jacobs are like right next to each other. For that, it's going to depend mainly on how do you feel about the Raiders offense. Do you think the Raiders are going to be 9-6? Do you 9-6? 9-7? 9-7? 9-7. Do you think they're going to be 9-7, 8-8, 7-9? Like, how do you think they split there? Because if you think they're going to be more like 6 or 7 wins, then you probably want to go Montgomery with that pick. If you think they're going to, you think they're going to be like improved, you can be like 8, 9, 10 wins, which is a little ridiculous. But if you think they're going to be better, you go with Jacobs. Definitely Carson. So we're going to just click Carson because that's our guy right there. Jacobs or Montgomery? That's a really difficult choice. I guess it comes down to who I have more confidence in. I don't even know who I have more confidence in between the two of them. All right. If I am choosing, I'm thinking I would go with Jacobs. I think I'd go with Jacobs because there's no one behind him. He is a good running back. He'll be involved in the receiving game. I don't know. Comment section. Who do you pick at that spot? I don't remember who I have in the rankings, but I know they're right next to each other. I'm thinking Jacobs is the play, but let me know because I guess there's the chance that Cohen and Mike Davis take a little bit more work than receiving, but like who's taking work from Jacobs? It's going to be a little bit here and there, but like even they come out and said Jalen Richard's not going to have nearly as many touches as last season. Jacobs has a pretty nice projection, so let me know who would you have gone with at that pick. Scroll down, let's look at our tight ends. So Howard does go, but we do have the option of Evan Ingram and Hunter Henry. So we're gonna take definitely one of them because they won't be there at our next pick. Wide receivers, we've still got Tyler Boyd. We've got guys we like in Robbie Anderson, Josh Gordon, Christian Kirk, D.D. Westbrook. Really, really like those guys. Would be pretty nice to take 2 of them, and maybe there's a chance that D.D. or Kirk is there at our next pick, but I don't expect them to be, and I don't expect anyone else to be left. Let's take the tight end since we know we're going to do that. Between Evan Ingram and Hunter Henry, I do have Hunter Henry ahead. Better offense, more touchdown upside. And the dude's extremely talented. Don't worry about the ACL. He returned. Did he play in the postseason game against the Patriots? I think he was active. I don't know how much he played. I don't remember. But the dude's fully healthy. Don't worry about the ACL. It's been a very long time since he recovered from that. So I do have Henry a little bit above. With the next pick, we have the option of going running back, although in a full PPR league where we only need to start 2 running backs, it's not ideal. I would take Miles Sanders at this pick, but I don't think I need to, so I'm not going to go there. I could take Boyd. He looks like a value, and he's going to be really nice over the start of the season, but I would prefer Josh Gordon. Will Josh Gordon be available in 20-something picks? The computer doesn't. No, the computer says no. He's not going to be. Yeah, give me Josh Gordon. There was talk that maybe he doesn't start the season, but listen, he's very, very likely to start the season. He's started practicing now, so he's cleared the NFL hurdles. The NFL will not be the reason that he does not start the year. Practices, as long as he doesn't get hurt and Belichick isn't like, let's hold him out, then he's going to play. And you think, well, who could they hold him out for? No one, because Demaryius Thomas is not ready coming off of his injury. I don't think he'll start the season on the PUP. I guess he could, but I don't think he will. But he's not ready to just fill the full-time role. And N'Keal Harry, I mean, he's missed so much time, it feels like, just getting banged up. He's not out with major injuries, but he's missed a lot of time getting banged up. I mean, Josh Gordon has the most experience on the Patriots among these outside guys. Philip Dorsett could start the season outside. Jacoby Myers is not going to start the season on the outside. But it's going to be Julian Edelman, probably Dorsett, and then I'm thinking Josh Gordon. So if that's the case, he's a great 2, and I got him as a 3. So like the value with that pick. Late 7th, who's available now? At running back, we can take Eckler. We can take Latavius Murray, Kenyon Drake, Breida, who I don't know about 7th. I have him ranked, I think, as an 8th round value if I'm remembering correctly. But it's more ideal to like get him in the 9th or something like that. So maybe he's available at the next pick. I don't think he will be. That's really it. It'd be Drake, Eckler, Murray. That's probably all I'm looking at there. Whew, we got him. So Dede. We get Dede. We can take Curtis Samuel as well. We can get Dede and Curtis Samuel. That would be nice. We obviously aren't going to look at tight end anymore. Quarterback, we always wait on. So our option here. We take one of Eckler and Murray with Dede, or we just take Dede and Curtis Samuel, knowing that we're going to be starting 3 wide receivers every week. We lock in 2 guys we really like. We wouldn't really need to target that position much anymore. Having Michael Thomas, Tyreek Hill, Josh Gordon, Dede, Curtis Samuel, I'm good. I don't really need wide receiver. I can take some shots late. So then I could just start filling in my bench running backs. That's one option we take. It's probably the option I go with. Or we lock in it would end up being one of Eckler or Latavius Murray, I'm thinking. Even though Kenyon Drake returned to practice today, and with how bad Balaj is, he's a discount from what he's been at. So Drake's an option. I just think with Melvin Gordon expected to miss a decent chunk of time or just be traded in general, Eckler comes with some nice upside. But we could also take Justin Jackson and maybe he gets some work, but Eckler's the guy you still want there. But Latavius has plenty of upside in his own. Since I don't think I can make a decision between those guys, and since I feel comfortable with Carson and Jacobs, with whatever later guys we get, I'm going to take Dede and Curtis Samuel and just be absolutely 100% confident in all of my wide receivers. To the point where I just don't need to look at it really. Maybe I take one more, right? 6 people on the bench. I'm going to take 3 more running backs, probably with the next 3 picks. Then a wide receiver late. We'll look for an upside guy. But I'm good. I'm good with what we have at wide receiver. Definitely we're going to see this drop off here. So we could still take Balaj, although I don't want to draft Balaj. Take Singletary and hope that he wins the job. But it's Justice Hill, Damian Harris, Tony Pollard's gone. Darwin Thompson's not gone. So what round are we in? 9th to 10th round? Yeah, I think I said if you can get Darwin in the 10th or 11th, that's a really good spot to get him at. One thing I'm considering is how many of these guys will be. Now, there's going to be too many picks that go by. I think I need to take 2 running backs here. Let's just take the guys. I know it seems like a reach taking them, some of these people that we like, but realistically, I'll be taking 2 of them, then 1 more flyer, a wide receiver, and then my quarterback. So it's really not a reach when you consider there's not many rounds left in the draft. I don't want McCoy. I don't want Balaj, Lewis. I don't want any of those guys. I don't want Jones or Jalen Samuels or Adrian Peterson. I just don't want them on my team. I don't see the path to production. I don't think they have an opportunity to produce for me. But I see the path with Justice Hill. I see the path with Singletary, to be honest. Not a good offense. Probably a small chance he hits that path, but I see the path. Definitely see the path with Damian Harris and Darwin Thompson. I'm going to take Justice Hill and Darwin Thompson with these 2 picks. I know I could wait on Darwin, but to be honest, I don't think he's going to be there at the next pick. 12 is tough because you think, oh, maybe I can just wait. But yeah, you have to wait. Is it 22 picks? A lot can happen when you wait. Everyone else gets to pick 2 players, so a lot of people come off the board. We can look at quarterback here. So our options at quarterback, we've got Jameis Winston, Lamar Jackson, Phillip Rivers, Tom Brady, Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold. Pretty much the same names I always list off. We still got plenty of options at running back. Okay, so we can still take Singletary, Jackson, Ito, Damian Harris, and I thought there was another one. Maybe there isn't. I thought there was another. Well, I guess we could take Madison if we want the backup, because he's a clear backup to Cook, but no value unless Cook gets hurt. But even like Malcolm Brown, there's still plenty of guys in this range. Of this list, I think the best option would be to take Damian Harris. Not expecting any sort of production. So if you look at the first month and a half of the season, assuming that Melvin Gordon gets traded or doesn't play, Justin Jackson's going to outscore Damian Harris, right? Because the third down role is with James White, and we know that Sony Michel is the clear-cut lead back right now. Unless Sony Michel gets hurt and then, Damian Harris is winning leagues. And I'm looking for that league-winning upside. So I'm going to take Damian Harris, I think, even though he's less likely to outproduce Justin Jackson across a full season, probably less likely to outproduce Devin Singletary. I'm looking for someone who's going to win me my league, and Damian Harris is more likely than all those guys to do that. We could also, though, take one of them. So how many? We have Carson, Josh Jacobs, Justice Hill, Darwin Thompson, and Damian Harris at running back. So since we don't have, we have depth and guys that I like, but we don't have a ton of running backs. We actually have 5 and 5 for running back and wide receiver. I could go running back here and have more running backs and wide receivers, even though I'm starting more wide receivers, but I guess it's gonna depend on who's available. So is there an upside guy? We like John Brown, weekly upside. Kenny Stills if he gets traded. Albert Wilson if Kenny Stills gets traded, or just in general, he's going to be the slot receiver on a team that's going to need to throw the football. Tre'Quan Smith if they give him the role. Deebo Samuel if he takes the 1. Zay Jones. No one we need, though, and no one I expect to ever start over my wide receivers I have, and no one that I need to get on my team that I'm scared will be drafted. So I guess realistically, let's say something happens with Josh Gordon. He goes and does what Josh Gordon does. And then Curtis Samuel isn't as good as we think. Indeed, he gets hurt. And I'm stuck with Michael Thomas and Tyreek Hill, and then I don't like my running backs. Let's say all that happens. I need a flex. I feel like I'll be able to find it. You could stream the flex on free agency. It's definitely not ideal, but you could get by 1 week being all right, I need a dude off free agency. Who we got? You probably find someone. Because of that, I think it's worth taking a shot at running back and just seeing if we get a guy that'll hit. So my 2 options here are Devin Singletary and Justin Jackson, but I'll say Singletary, I think he has a better path if they cut McCoy and Gore isn't really used that much. Singletary has a better path. I'm concerned with the offense, but I'm still going to do it. I'll still take Singletary. We're going to wait for everyone to get drafted here. Decent amount of quarterbacks do go off the board, but don't you worry, we're still going to have plenty of options. So our options are Dak Prescott, Phillip Rivers, Tom Brady, Kirk Cousins. Of this list, I think I have it Cousins, Dak, Rivers, Brady. Wait, was Brady? Yeah, Brady. I think that's how I have it. Cousins is just a great pick, and he's going far too late. But if you wanted to take Rivers, because they're going to throw the ball a ton, given that they're not going to run as much, because they have Eckler and Justin Jackson at running back right now, I'm fine with that. You want to go Dak for he's produced better than this in every season of his career. Rushing touchdowns are partly to do with that, and they're a little bit unpredictable. But I get it if you want to go there. I get it if you want to go Brady. Offense can be really good. But Cousins, I think that he's being undervalued this season. I could have, with that other pick, gone with Lamar Jackson. And if I did so, running backs, I probably would have taken Malcolm Brown. If he was taken, maybe Ty Montgomery would have been my play. And then maybe I could have still just gone with Albert Wilson or Deebo Samuel at wide receiver. That probably would have been the better play. But I guess just since I only have these 2 elite running backs, being able to say I've got Hill and Darwin and Harris and Singletary, can one of them break out? Because that's all I need, right? When you're taking running backs these late, I just need one of those guys to produce like a running back 2 at some point in the season to go with Carson and Jacobs, and then I'm set at running back. So I'm trying to get 1 out of 4 here since I feel pretty good about the wide receivers. So you could have really gone either way. I don't know why it's telling me to draft Dak Prescott. I'm pretty sure there's only 1 round left, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's only... I always take the defense. Why is it... Did I not select? Whatever, we'll take our defense here. Pretty sure I selected that you have to take defenses, but where are they? The Dallas Cowboys. No one's taking defense. Why is this? I feel like there's a weird reason I'm missing. Well, I would then just take a really good one, I guess. Jaguars open the season against the Chiefs, which is concerning. They're a really good defense, though, so I'm not concerned. I don't like taking elite defenses, though, because then you can't really stream anymore. But we'll just take them. Is it? Yeah. I don't know why it was like telling me to take another position. Don't ever pay attention to draft grade. I don't like how they calculate it. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Here's our team. Kirk Cousins, Chris Carson, Josh Jacobs. We got that Michael Thomas, Tyreek Hill duo. Hunter Henry, Flash Gordon, the Jaguars. And then the two wide receivers we love late rounds, D.D. Westbrook, Curtis Samuel. And then really running backs we like. I don't love Devin Singletary, but we're just, I guess this is playing out the path that LaShawn McCoy gets cut and Frank Gore is Frank Gore. Like, they're not going to feed Frank Gore a bunch. It would be smart for them as an organization to give Devin Singletary the ball, see what he's got. But Justice Hill, Darwin Thompson, Damian Harris, and Devin Singletary, that's a really solid team, especially in full point PPR. Very safe with the running backs being able to be involved in the receiving game, with the wide receivers being elite tight end, great quarterback. I fully sign off on this team. So, that is the end of this video. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, how about hitting that like button? If you're new here, how about subscribing to the channel? That's the end of this one. Thanks for watching.